It's Blacksoul here, and today, of course, we are playing Genshin Impact, mainly because I was bored. um, we did end up playing Persona the other day, but unfortunately, it was not long-lived because our internet instantly failed, and we've been having internet problems ever since then. I think we finally fixed it. So I just deleted that stream. It was literally 2 minutes long. So, I think we finally fixed it. I took the time while we didn't have internet to just play Persona off stream a little bit and grind a little bit, so I don't think we'll insta-die as much as we did last stream, thankfully. I was, kind of hopeful for that. We're probably going to be playing with the majority of Ayato today. Ayato love. What's up, Nathan? How are you? I really want to play more with Ayato now that he's decently built. Like, he's so much fun to play as. Like, dude's literally a samurai.
Cascade.
Like, I love it. Alright, so I don't know if there's any event stuff to do, but we're gonna look. And then... yeah, I didn't think so. I don't think we ever did the Zhao test run. We can do the Zhao test run just for like the 20 extra Primo Gems. Go over, please. Oh, really? That's cool. How you liking it? Right now, Zhao, my favorite character in the game, is up on banner for new players. This is him. He is best boy. He is also probably the most fun character to play in the game. Or at least I think he is. Because he literally, his ult makes him a kangaroo. I'll show you in a sec. If we could just hit enough of these slimes, there we go.
Worthless.
He is just so much fun to play. If you're lucky enough to get him, like, you're set. And he's wind, so he works with pretty much every element. You don't know how to get new characters, you just wish. You go to... after you open some chests and do some quests, you'll get Primo Gems, and then with Primo Gems, you go to the wish function and you make a wish, and hopefully you get lucky. If it's purple, it means it's a 4-star. If it's blue, it's a 3-star. And if it's gold, it's a 5-star. I said that super out of order. This is the wish function. Here. I have enough for like a single pool, so let's do it, because Zhao Constellation. And it's a 3-star, because that's my luck. I got a sword! It's amazing! That is very insightful, Thomas. Thank you. Thank you for that quote. Do I have enough? I do have enough to buy a wish, so... we're gonna do another wish. Because greed. Well, thanks for saying hi, I appreciate. Yeah, nothing. Okay, that's fine. We have some resin to spend. Ayato has a full set of gear now, guys. Just kinda wanna say that. That's why we're playing with him. Finally put him in the teapot too, so I was really excited about that. But his gear sucks. And I literally didn't know he scaled off of HP. I was scaling him with, I was like getting all his artifacts like attack percent, and I needed HP percent, so that sucked. I learned the hard way. I had a decent HP percent piece. I mean, it kept rolling into trash, but I was a little bit shook when I found that out. I was like, oh man, I gotta do a whole nother freaking build for this dude. Have I ever done Raiden in this domain? I don't think I've ever took Raiden in this domain. I kind of want to take Raiden. We're gonna do Raiden. I did like your code veins. I don't know if you sent another. I saw you sent another image. I haven't actually looked at it yet. Cause like I noticed that you sent it like right before the stream, and I got home from work. I recorded a video. It's a Honkai video for you guys. It's just a reaction to the Kiana Kaslana recap thing. Which, oh my god, it gave me chills. And I knew it was gonna happen because I'm up to date on the story, and that thing gave me chills. So it's a really good video. And then I was like, got on the PlayStation and saw that you sent a picture. It was like, oh man, I gotta stream. I'll look at it later.
Rain outlines your fate.
So no, I haven't seen it. Who did you make this time?
Shine down.
Here's Becca.
Rain cutter. Now you shall perish.
Dude, this is chaos. There's just so much stuff flying around.
There is no escape.
Oh, he was dead.
Fire it up. I got you covered.
Show them. Emerge. Right here. I'm always watching. Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines. Emerge. Right here. Inazuma shines eternal.
Yeah, that team takes too much setup for this domain. Just saying. Definitely gonna go back to Zhao. Oh, really? I feel like you guys like get very confused on that. Like, it's more like the name more like means I might not look like I have a blackened soul, but you know I do. It's not literally like a black soul. So I'm gonna look at that and I'm gonna probably just see a really dark, shady person, aren't I? I'm actually gonna change the like image, my profile image soon. I've been messing with character creators and stuff, trying to make my own like mascot slash characters for the for the channel. So that's been kind of fun. I think the one I settled on is the one that I made from the God Eater 3 character creator, and I think that's probably going to be our new profile image for the channel. Oh, not match. Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Zhao team. Alright. Oh no. Yeah, the character that I more see the person. Alright, so the new like profile picture like I made for the channel, which I haven't actually changed yet because I have to take pictures, is actually like he kind of looks like Kazuha a little bit, but he's got like Raiden's horns from Honkai. He's got like Xiao's eyeliner. Eyeliner. Dude, no one has anything. Work.
We go. Everybody stand back.
Witness my great undertaking. Come into being. Order guide you. Evil conquering. Here.
I was sick.
Here. Worthless. Here. Useless.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like way faster with Zhao. That's like really why I want his constellations. I'm so happy I have a C1, but like I really want a C3. Just those 3 extra levels on... Guys, is the 3rd constellation... Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Energy recharge, elemental master, and crit damage. I think I might have a new feather for Ayato. Is the 3rd constellation their E or their Q? Because if it's their Q, it's like way better. new Doctor Strange movie. I heard mixed reviews on the new Doctor Strange movie. Some people said they really liked it. Some people said they really hated it.
I will have order.
Basically, what I heard was super spoily though. So like, I know that there's a good and bad version of both Wanda and Doctor Strange. So I haven't actually watched it yet. I definitely need to go see it though.
Solidify. First point.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Also, my theory of them like assembling like the characters from the new Avengers or whatever they're called, I guess wasn't true. Like, because Wanda didn't get her kids back. I had this like theory that Wanda was getting her kids back, and that's pretty much like every like new Avenger kind of person except for Hulkling. So it's like, well, they might still do it. We actually got a crit rate mask. It's not horrible. Even mushroom soup. Oh, sorry, I gotta clear my throat. I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the video, Thomas, but the reason why we didn't play Persona is the fact that we started stream and then our internet died like 2 minutes after, and then I was like, whatever, we don't have internet, so what we're gonna do is grind, and that's what we did. We got some better Personas. I think we're in a much better spot for the palace now, so I think next time, which either will be tomorrow or the next day, we'll go in and we'll like beat the palace. I was just like so annoyed that I kept dying, so I needed to grind a little bit, and I just feel a lot better about the situation now. Oh, hey Brandon, what's up? How are you today? And when I was on that little Persona rant, did you guys hear my voice getting deeper and deeper? Oh my god, sometimes like my voice completely changes octaves. It's weird. That's good to hear. It's always good to hear. I don't really know what we're going to be doing in Genshin today. Probably still min-maxing Ayato a little bit. He's in a much better place now though. Like, I'm a lot happier with my Ayato build. Oh, I guess I should show off my Ayato build. His artifacts aren't very good, but I finally got him the 4 set of the new, the 4 piece of the new set, so yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, his artifacts are trash, but, you know, I mean, the hydro damage has 20%, so that's nice. Crit damage with crit rate, I was really hoping the crit rate would go higher because his crit rate needs a little work. But other than that, we did just get a better feather, I think, if it goes into crit damage. And then, yeah, his flower's not very good either. Oh, that's so good to hear. Congratulations, Yanfei90. That's like, getting any character to 90 is like a lot of work. If they're your favorite character, just do it. You love to see your favorite characters just nuke. Yeah, I definitely understand leveling their talents and them first, because once you get like them done and then their talents to where you like them, then you can start really worrying about the artifacts, because it's like the hardest part of the grind. The Wandering set? Yeah, talents aren't that hard. I feel like talents, the hardest part of the talents is to get either the boss material or like the enemy material, because they like day gate it, I guess you could say, because there's only so many types of enemies per day, and there's only that one boss per week that you can claim the rewards of. So I definitely get that, but I feel like talents, besides levels themselves, are probably the easiest part of their kit. I have the most trouble with leveling people's weapons. He stole Ayaka's weapon. Ayaka's weapon, not Ayaka's. Brain fart. And she stole his because she can create her own crit with Blizzard, and he can't. So, not the best ratio. He needs 10 more crit rate, and then some more crit damage. But then I think he'll be in a good spot. And I can't believe I didn't know his E scaled off of HP. I am so mad at myself. I was running him on an attack sans forever. That's why you gotta read their talents, guys. Read their talents. Alright, let's go back and do the domain once or twice, and then hopefully we can get some good luck with that feather we got. And hopefully we can get another good piece. By the way, guys, I have officially started over on my free-to-play account so we can stream it. And I think we're going to be starting that soon, too. I'm going to start it this week. Just because there's not really anything to do right now. Because now that the event's done, I'm just like, I don't know what to do on Genshin. So I feel like having a free-to-play account to like go through the story again, and one of the main goals I want to do on my free-to-play account is run mainly 4-star characters. I definitely want to have the Traveler, or maybe even like Kaya, or Lisa or someone on my main team through the majority of the game.
Solidify.
I don't know, I just feel like it'd be a lot of fun to... Sorry, I was reading chat. I think it would be a lot of fun to just run some of the beginner characters through like the whole entire story of the game and see if they can figure it out. I'm not doing Amber though, because Amber is this game on like extreme extreme difficulty. And I know there's some like really big Amber mains out there, but like that's not for me.
I will have order.
I'm going in.
Then disappear.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. He's dead. I completely just wasted that. That hurt. As a Zhao main, that hurt my soul. Come on. I've actually been getting decent luck with the Ayato stuff, but I still don't really have anything for Zhao's builds. I don't. I think the only good piece I have for Zhao is his feather. And I have a kind of okay timepiece. It's attack percent with attack percent on it, but other than that, it's like trash.
Coming to be. Stabilize. Moments of birth.
I also think I might just
Order guide you.
I have a video lined up. And I wasn't sure if I was going to post it because it's a pull-in video from Fate Grand Order where I didn't get anything.
Everybody stand back.
Coming to be. Evil conquering.
But I actually got some good characters in it, and I was debating on like posting it, but I think I'm going to. I've had it like lined up to get posted for like the past week, and I just haven't done it. Because I didn't get any of the banner characters that I wanted from it, but then I got them all like the next day in single pools, so... Doing talents again, yeah. I was doing Ayato's talents for so long. Ooh, why'd it have to be energy recharge? I saw the crit damage. And I got excited. Man, all of those were trash. Although, I do have some lower artifacts that I would like to try and gamble on, so it's not horrible to do artifacts. Just have a couple lined up that you like. I don't know, like, I feel like I wasn't gonna do it tonight, but I honestly might just start the free-to-play account thing tonight. Because I don't think there's gonna be that much to do on Genshin, honestly. This might be like a half-hour stream, just because there's not anything to do right now.
Worthless. This is order. Gather.
Teamwork is strength.
But also, one of the main reasons I wanted to do a free-to-play account is because I want to use characters that I don't usually use. Like, it would be really cool to use someone like Xinyan or Lisa, or, you know, characters that don't usually get used. Why couldn't you be attack percent? You have attack percent on you and energy recharge. Like, seriously? Ever since I started worshipping the Mushroom God and not the Archons, I have been punished by this game so much. I keep saying I get really lucky with like 4 stars, which I do, but it's still not 5 stars. But I'm okay with it because long live the Mushroom God. Constellation. That's his E, right? Yeah. That's still not bad though, like boosting his E by 3 levels. That would still bring it up to 15. No, I don't think so, cause he's not the Dendro God. I definitely think that the original Dendro God is the only one who could create a talking mushroom. So, not Lesser Lord Kusanale. I think it's the God of the Woods. I guess I could do my dailies. I don't ever do my dailies on stream because I think it's like the most boring content ever. But hey, it'll keep me on stream for a little bit longer. So let's do that. I've also been really trying to grind out the Las Vegas event in Fate Grand Order. But oh my god, there's only like 3 days left, and I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep the free-to-play servant, because like, oh my god, it's such a grind. I've been grinding it for like 3 days straight in my free time, and it's like 4 hours a day, and I'm still not like halfway through the event, I don't think. I like have to be doing something wrong. I'm using the event CEs, I'm using the event characters, like...
Worthless.
Oh, that went really high.
Worthless.
And I know they gave you like 2 weeks to do it, but like I have been doing it for the 2 weeks. I think that's the worst I've ever done with the first round of those things. I kept getting stuck on stuff.
I'm going in!
Witness my great undertaking! Come into being!
Like, that was like the most trick shot Zhao thing ever. Like, did you see him jump on the like branch up there? I don't think I could do that again if I tried.
Adventure time! Teamwork is true!
Don't get me wrong, like Fate is like a really fun game, but it's also a very slow game. You got two pieces of Yanfei? Do you mean two constellations? Please don't say pieces. It sounds like you hacked up the character and was like, I found another piece. Guys, look, I found another piece. Brandon's being a serial killer over here.
Let's get down to business.
Oh, artifact? An artifact piece. Okay, I understand what you mean now. I'm sorry. He ain't being a serial killer over here. I just misunderstood what he meant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called you a serial killer.
Finally,
You ain't Abby. How funny would it have been if Abby just showed up as I called her a serial killer?
let's get down to business.
Well, Thomas,
Burst forth.
you got a target on your back, my dude.
Worthless.
Why does it say there's one person here? I know there's like, on the screen it says there's like one person viewing, but on my phone it says there's 5, so I'm like very confused. Alrighty. Next daily. I just wanted to go kill those samurais. Ew, tickling. No, squirt bottle. Don't do that, weirdo.
This is order.
I hate these things. I think these are like the worst enemies in the game.
Everybody stand back! Useless.
Like, they're not horrible if you have Yai or Ayaka, but like, they suck.
Worthless.
They suck so hard.
Moment of birth. Live. Solidify. Boring.
I honestly am considering changing my dailies out
I will have
of
order.
Inazuma just because of
Stabilize.
these things. Like, these things
Come into
suck.
being.
Like, seriously, they make me, like, wanna die.
We teamwork is...
They take so long to kill just because they start floating away, and then they'll fly off the cliff. This is why. Not anything else, this. You know what's really funny, you guys? I was, really bored the other day, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna start replaying Danganronpa, however you say it, the first one. It's like one of my favorite, like, game series. For the main reason that Survive is gonna come out soon, and it's in that style, but it has Fire Emblem combat, so, you know, weird. I gotta switch Ganyuan. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play Danganronpa again. And I started playing and I was like, oh my god, you know who Kirigiri sounds like? She sounds kind of like, oh shoot, what's her name? She kind of sounds like Erica Harlacher, and I'm like, there's no way that both she plays on and she does, and I'm like, dude, why do all my favorite games have Erica Harlacher in them? Like, that's hilarious. You know, it's good. We're just gonna.
What are my orders?
Like, she plays Venti, she plays On, and she plays Kirigiri. Like, dude, this girl is in everything. But, like, good for her. You know what I just realized? Ganyu was probably the worst choice. You have to, like, snipe shot with Ganyu, otherwise her burst is gonna hit the other statue and you'll lose. Don't explode. Oh my god. I'm really bad with the bow. This is why you guys never see me play Ganyu. Oh my gosh. Dangin' Grandpa.
Next on the agenda.
That's actually pretty good.
Evil shall be dispersed.
I really should have used Ayato for most of my dailies. Because he needs friendship. But I'll turn in my dailies with him to get him the friendship points from that at least. I remembered way too late. At this specific challenge, yes. It's pretty funny.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Oh, yeah.
Add Astra.
Expeditions. Duh. Wait, what do you mean, new? Why does it say new? None of these are new. I'm so confused. Why do they say new? I'm not even gonna, like, question it at this point. Whatever. Whatever. On this account, no. Unfortunately, I did not build Yanfei on this account because she is my main DPS on my free-to-play account. Or at least my old free-to-play account. My free-to-play team... Well, I can't really say free-to-play because I have some 5 stars on the account, but it's Yanfei, Raiden, Xingqiu, and Zhongli is my main team. I got really lucky on the Raiden. I think I went to max pity for Zhongli on my free-to-play account, and then I got really lucky in like 3 single pulls for Raiden. I went for 4-piece Crimson Witch on my Yanfei, pyro damage, attack percent, that kind of stuff. Same with Bennett, yeah, makes sense. I do not have Bennett on my free-to-play account. That is the main reasons why I do not have Bennett on that team. What should I do now, guys? Because there isn't really anything to do. Event-wise, I guess I could go like show you my mining route. Or do some of these quests that I still have to do. What are you? And why do you give a fan? You know what? We're doing it. Oh, congratulations! I think I'm AR 56. I don't play. Oh, I'm AR 57. Yeah, I don't play like every single day. Like I don't think I've played in the last 2 days. But I get on for the events and stuff. But I think the main reason I'm AR 57 is because I've been playing since like the beginning of the game. Oh, right! I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I forgot that was a thing I could do. Yeah, we can do that. That sounds fun. Where'd the quest go? What do you mean walk around Leeway Harbor? Is this seriously the quest? Or we're doing this quest first because it gives a fan, and I want to know what the fan's for. I'm pretty sure it's just a decoration. But if it's a decoration you hang outside... Oh, Ashley! What are you doing here? Hi! Do you not talk? Do you not talk? That is such a waste of a character. Like, why would you bring him and not have him talk? I know it's just a normal quest, but like... Who else has a problem where they simp for like every single character in this game? I'm pretty sure I simp for almost every character in this game, except for like Kaya and Barbara and... Well, at least most of the 5 stars. But like even like characters like Bennett and Razor, I'm like, they are sweet babies. Do not touch them. I will kill you. Dude, we haven't seen Razor in forever. Did they just forget about Razor? We haven't seen Razor since last summer during the Golden Apple Archipelago event. That was a year ago. Like, that's crazy. Oh, by the way, guys, 2.9, it's official. We are getting Sumeru. And we're getting Dendro at 3.0, which is 2.9. So, clap your hands. We're finally getting it. The devs have officially... If you guys want to be a beta tester, you can sign up to be a beta tester for Sumeru and Dendro. Like, the sign-ups are happening, like, right now. You just go to their official site. I am not reading this, by the way. I'm skipping. Like, as much as I looking at you, Zhongli, your voice is 90% of your character. Yeah, 3.0. So we're getting 2.8 and then we're getting 3.0. Which, if you guys didn't know, 2.8 is going to be the Golden Apple Archipelago Part 2. And Mona's first banner. Mona is getting a banner. And I hate it. Oh, I got a fan. Yay. That was a really fast quest. Well, I'm not gonna save through her because I don't have Kazuha, and she's being released with Kazuha, so... What do you do? You can sell stuff here? No! I don't want to sell that! What? Since when do you do this? You can just sell your instruments here? That's so weird. Alright, it's in quests, right? And then you go... It's been so long since I've done a quest like this. Yeah, the Yelan. Unlock. Alright, cool.
Traveler, Paimon, it's been a long time.
Banjo ain't worth it. I actually like the banjo.
Oh, hey,
The zither.
Long time no see.
Did you sell yours by accident?
These days.
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time.
Unless Yelan appears in the next, like, 10 seconds, this quest is gonna suck.
But
Just saying.
I've been feeling distracted at work lately. It's a long story. But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
Oh, right, that's who you are.
What's wrong with Uncle Tian?
That's who you
Nothing
are. I know you.
specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days. He's always
Your
said
arms are, like, super
old
skinny.
age comes for us all in the end. Still, I just can't help but feel a little emotional.
Like, if you look in her
watching it
sleeves,
happen
her
to
arms
him.
are, like, unnaturally
Anyway,
skinny.
my father's currently on the second floor of Yangsheng
I think that's
Tea
why they
House.
never show you up their
Why don't you come
sleeves.
pay? He seems very fond of you too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
We're gonna have to go talk to this old man, and then he's gonna have us go do something, and we're just gonna run into Yelan. Like, is that, like, the whole thing? You're, like, right here, too.
Uncle Tian, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oish,
I love how the
why
old
don't
man
you go
model is
downstairs
literally
and
just the
get
normal
shopkeeper to make us a fresh
guy,
tea.
like, basic model with a beard tapped on and gray hair. Like, I've seen normal guy models with the sunken in cheeks
You've
that don't
been
make him look
traveling
older.
all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories.
Wait, you still haven't done Albedo story quest? I think that was, like, my most fun one. Like, just hanging out with Albedo, I love his voice, so it's just like, and, well, he just runs experiments on you, and you're just, like, okay with it. It's, like, the funniest thing ever.
Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite alright. It's just the years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels. I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before
Guys,
my
what
mental
was
acuity
everyone's
begins to
favorite
decline
story
beyond
quest? Like,
redemption.
character story quest.
How difficult is it
I know
to
this is kind of
transfer
basic because it was the most
position?
epic, but mine was Raiden's part 2.
Well, you
But
see,
other than that,
the Tianshu is a rather
I kind of
unique
enjoyed
position
Mona's just
among
because
the
Mona's
Ryu
hilarious.
Ichishin. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public.
And Klee's part 2 was
We
good
stay
too.
behind the scenes, planning and giving advice, so a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their
Please.
candidate of choice, and this is
I
then
I
approved by the
liked
other
Cleese
Chishin
part 1,
members.
but it was just like, okay.
So in other
Cleese
words,
part 2 story
you
quest was
pick
really good.
someone, and then
But I know
Lady
that was only an
Kuchin,
event
Lady
exclusive, so
Ningguang,
not everyone
and the
got
other
to do it.
Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as
Oh, thank
assessment
God.
officer.
Dude, I was so bored
fact,
of this old
I
man talking.
believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
I mean, we didn't. We
It's
just didn't know who
Yelan!
the old guy was talking about.
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think?
Paimon, that way you just like turned was super unnatural. You
I
just
think
like
so,
whole
too.
body like.
It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My
Message
work's of the covert variety
retracted.
too. Don't you think
Why
I
is
might
that,
make a good
Mr.
Tianshu?
Brandon?
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very
Okay, I was
easily
like really
after how
confused.
long you've been working together.
I noticed like when you
So,
typed it, I was
how
like,
about this?
who?
If
And
your
then-
investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead.
I'm okay with that.
Meet
That'll
me on
make
the first floor when
every
you're ready.
head
Until
position in
then,
Leeway
have a
run
pleasant
by a
conversation.
hot anime girl
Oh,
and a main
No need to
character,
pay for your
so
tea. As the new
slash
owner
playable
of
character,
this fine
I'm okay with
establishment,
that.
this runs on the house.
By the way, it was super weird that it's like Ning Wang, Ganyu,
You're all set?
Ketching, and then that old man.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs.
She actually
and
was a
Zhi
5-star in
is
the
focused
beta.
on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you
So is
forget,
Barbara.
since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
The beta for Genshin,
Qinwei? Mingbo?
both Barbara
Zhi.
and Ning Wang were
Paimon
5
should be
stars.
able
That's
to
why
remember
Barbara
their
still has her
names,
5-star
but what
animation
does
when
the
it gets really close
assessment
to her face.
involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
Why do I feel like these are all gonna be like crooks and stuff who like cheated their way to the top, and she's gonna be like, I knew it. I cracked the dirt on you. No, I was reading the chat. I fell. All right, Brandon. See ya. Thank you for stopping by. That's what I get. I can't walk and talk, apparently, because I'll fall on my face. My one weakness, reading. No, it's more like doing multiple things at once. I'm a little too clumsy for that.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair.
Oh, I
I've dealt
hate
with
you.
all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
You definitely have F-boy hair.
I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being
Spoiled
complacent.
rich kid.
If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just... being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument
I would like
over
to point
this.
out,
It's not worth it.
on the right, he's kind of an
Qianwei,
asshole.
that was a
On the
bit
left,
uncalled
the
for.
chubby one is
And
kind of a
Ningbo,
wimp.
cut him some slack.
The middle one's
We've all
probably
been
going to be
standing
like the
around for a
closest one
while.
to being
It's
like
natural to be getting irritable.
a voice of reason here.
Look,
so I feel like
how about
he is
this?
going to be
There's
the next
no rule saying
whatever,
we're obliged to
or
stand
Yelan.
up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine.
Like, he already seems like
They're
very
not the best quality
leadership-ish.
chairs, to be sure.
He seems like he's just
but
up
under
for it
the
because he's a rich
circumstances,
boy.
it would be better than nothing.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived.
Oh, it was those 3.
Mm-hmm. We'll meet
Sorry
them
about that. I took a
formally
drink and
soon.
like collapsed
Before
on
that,
itself.
let me run you through the assessment process. I've split it into 2 stages. Current affairs and planning.
I don't know about that.
and
It does look
face-to-face
really
interview.
stupid, though.
In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are
She
the
kind of
reports
got
they
some cat
submitted.
eyes.
Wow. One of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues.
Okay.
There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing.
I'm not reading these.
I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
I kind of hate her story quest. It's been kind of boring so far. It wants us to read, like, no. I ain't reading all this. I just
Finished,
said
huh?
no.
What did you think?
I was hoping it'd do that.
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody
What do
wants
you
to
think,
have any regrets.
Yelan?
That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you 2 are the assessment officers, are you?
Can I
had
push him off a
assumed
cliff?
that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing 2 entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to
I'm
grasp.
not gonna hire
It was
someone
written
who's
with
being a
an
dick to our
expert
face.
audience
Like,
in mind,
no,
after
go
all.
away.
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact.
Did you learn your communication skills from Cloud Retainer?
Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Drops his manifesto in a river.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347
Seems too nervous.
cases.
This is a leadership from
I have
like
12 active
this
cases
is a
at the
leadership
moment.
position.
They
You have
should
to
be
like show
concluded
confidence.
in
You have to be like
16 days. My current work is
the other
related
guy's
to urban
confidence
planning,
level
and
was
I'm also
good, but
responsible
his
for
like attitude
auditing the
sucked.
accounts.
This guy's like
To be more
attitude
precise,
is good,
there
but
are
his
3
confidence
parts to the
sucks.
accounts, namely.
So I think like the middle guy is gonna be a good balance of them both, and he's gonna be like, nah, like the Three Little Bears stories, like
You know
too
what?
hot, too cold,
Let's
just
leave
right.
the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I know it's just the puff on the back, but like it kind of looks like she has like cat ears on her hood.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you
I
like
hate
to
your
know?
hat.
You're here to assess me, so
Kinda look like a
ask
hipster.
away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
That was blunt.
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many
True.
different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach 2 very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution
I'm
being the
trying
optimal
not to talk
one?
over them, but man,
A
this
great
is
question. Well, I'd start
not
by having
very
my colleagues
interesting.
and the secretaries of the Uehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned
like
out
the
that
world
my
quest with
judgment was to
Yelan was
blame
so
for poor
epic
results,
that now everything
I would
is
take
just like,
responsibility.
can we have an epic battle now?
Nice answer. All right, next question.
Have them fight to the death. The last one standing is the new Tiang Shuang.
He's a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
I agree.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Ningguo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingguo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this, Yelan.
Last but
That's
not
obviously
least,
why she was picked.
Zhe-Yi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Zhe-Yi
Yeah, so
take
he's
the
the
position
candidate.
would certainly put Uncle Tien's
Unless
mind
like
at rest.
Yelan actually gets the position.
Great.
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
It's kind of a bummer. This is like, I was actually really looking forward to doing this because like the character quests are usually like really good, but we're learning so much about other characters and not about Yelan. Like that's what the character quests are supposed to be about. I don't think anyone needs these, but I'm gonna grab them. It's just disappointing. Dude, when I first started playing this game, and I finally got to Liyue, I literally searched through all of these like little buildings because there's so many chests tucked away up here, it's ridiculous. Like there's one in the bell tower, I remember there was one like down there on that roof, there's one by the bonsai tree that's around here somewhere. Oh, and there's another one! This one must have respawned.
Oh, so
You collect these?
Dude, Ayato just was savage. Did you hear him? He was like, oh, you collect these? Okay. You little weirdo. Oh, yeah, you're right here. You're just so bland. Make Yelan the new person. If Yelan doesn't become the person at the end, then I'm gonna be like, really?
Then it's more or less as I
don't care about any of these other characters.
Alright, then let me ask this. The ideas in Jur-E's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Shinwei
only one of them showed similarities, though.
And Mingbo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Juri was with me for the longest duration.
Whoa! So how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tian?
Shenwei was referred to me by an old friend. Mingbo came to my attention in the course of my work.
Skip.
We first met while fishing. Juri came from a
nothing to do with Yelan. Skip.
It reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing. And noticed how quickly he got on.
Sounds like he's a friend to you.
Quite. And now, all of a sudden, the young are growing up.
Oh my god!
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means
your beard doesn't look like it's attached to your face. It looks like it's attached up by your sideburns.
Spend my
and then the lower it gets like the
me
faker it looks.
Doing. Going fishing whenever
Is this old dude just having a fake or a fake
like
beard
you
on?
Sure love fishing, Uncle Tian.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
Doesn't it?
Bad Paimon, bad. No
Also,
food right now.
Some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance.
Alright, so he's the one you want to be the next
makes
person, right? You're the closest to, but you didn't want to say anything. Because you wanted us to be objective. I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't care though. This whole quest is about this old man. Why is this whole quest about this old man
back to the man
and his 3 little pigs?
Uncle Tian, we've reported back.
Or 3 bears or whatever I said the reference was earlier.
I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities.
Dude, we should. I should play Minecraft on stream sometime.
You must be thorough.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after
I've been
yourself.
slowly but surely building a town from Kingdom Hearts, and I kind of want to show it off, but at the same time, like, it's not done. It's not done.
Well, Auntie's the best speaker.
But it's been taking
Easy.
been taking a couple
Let's
months.
not rush. There's no time limit for this
You guys
assessment.
like know Traverse Town? You know what town I'm doing.
So, are you gonna give
And you know
them
how
more
big it
tests
is.
or something?
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The
And
biggest
yes,
no-no
making
in
mushroom
intelligence
soup on
work is to
Minecraft
only get
is a
information from the
must.
person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Dude!
Lady Yelan,
I love their
what are
little
your
dice
orders?
logo. She has ninjas. I love it.
Who are they? Where did they come from?
She has
Do they scare
ninjas
you?
too. Everyone has
These two
ninjas
are
now.
Wenyuan and Shanghua.
Why
They
does
work
everyone
for
have
me.
ninjas now?
As my trusted assistants,
The
they
last
are
two
always
characters
standing
have
guard
been
nearby.
the last
They
two
also
new
perform various assignments
5-star
as
characters
required.
have been Hydro, and they
Shanghua
both
is
have
a business
ninjas.
expert who gets his information by trading.
Why?
Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce
I
guilds
love
and look
their
into
dice
Qianwei's
logo
background.
on the back. Love that.
Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
I mean, true, but
Juri, well, obviously as the most
dude,
promising
Sayu's really
candidate,
cute. And I know
we will be
she's like a ninja that we
investigating him
actually have,
ourselves.
but like,
Let's go to the docks first.
why does everyone have
Lots of
their own
people passing
personal
through
ninja
there.
army
You can
like in
find
their
out all
back
kinds of
pocket?
things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner
Ayato
of
has
Wanyu
them.
Boutique?
Yelan has them. I'm assuming Ayaka has them, because let's be real, if Ayato has them, Ayaka has them.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
It's really funny, because I was playing as Ayato, and he got ninjas. I'm going down here.
Huh? What's Bulai doing here today?
What's up, my dude?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high.
Oh,
I
it's
can't
this
buy in
dude.
at this price. How am I
The
supposed to turn a
dude who,
profit?
like, refused to
Come
bargain down the
on,
price
hear
of
me
flowers
out.
and
I'm
John Lee's
telling
story
you,
quest.
this is the single best batch of
Oh no, that
Sunsetias
wasn't
ever.
his story quest. That
You
was
won't
just the
find
quest
anyone who
where
disputes
we were
that.
preparing the
I
funeral
accidentally
rites
dropped one into
for
a well,
Morax.
and even the water turned sweet.
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second
Yeah,
Life
but
also wants to buy
Ayako's
from me,
based
but I haven't responded yet.
on like a samurai.
If you won't take him,
like her
I'll just have to
fighting
partner
style.
with them instead. And neither of us wants that.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll
like
take all
Ayaka
your
has like the
stock.
same like
Don't
code of
sell a
ethics
single
as like
one
samurais
to
follow too.
Second
Like
Life.
be fair in swordplay, one-on-one, blah blah blah.
Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first.
Oh my
Don't
god.
get any ideas.
Knock yourself out.
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, he's
I'd
quite
like to point
well
out that
known.
his name sounds like
I've
Jury.
heard a story
like,
about him.
a
They
court
say
jury?
he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor
Why
went
do you know all
bankrupt,
this? Were you
he
stalking this
even helped
child?
support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A
Why do
gentleman
you
of
know
talent
this?
and
Were you
character,
stalking
and-
that child?
Oh, how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyu Boutique.
Oh my god.
He sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... Ah, that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Where? Where?
Is he doing something shady?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Yelan. Come on, let's follow them and listen in.
Are you gonna be all ninja style now?
Try not to let him see you. We want this in—
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this.
When I had to do the one with the one in Inazuma, I failed like 3 times. Like when you were following that dude.
Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
Her voice is so high.
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink
now
now
I'm being a
and
ninja.
he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
She's trying to trick him. High quality fakes, isn't that what he said?
Thank you very much, Miss Yelan.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Jury. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure
Why
to
is
pick
this
out
quest
a
more
good
about
set for
ninja
you.
and other people
You can count
than
on me.
Yelan? Okay, it's over. That one was not as bad.
Jury seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Jury's a great guy.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go
feel
check
like
out the
he's
wharf where he
faking
usually
it.
goes fishing.
Do we have to? Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Jury because you want to be Tianshu yourself, are you?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does
I
that
just kind of
sound?
realized.
We will? Well, come on!
I think her coat is supposed to have like cat ears. That's not just fluff because it also has that tail. Okay, all the way on the other side of the harbor. Good to know. I would just teleport, but I feel like that'd actually take longer. Because let's be real, it's not exactly fast. Probably didn't need a plunge, but it's fine.
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here
Don't look that
sometimes sell
busy.
their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
I used to come here to buy crab.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Jur-E, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid.
Ah, yes, Jury. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Why does he
Well, if
sound
there's anything to
Irish?
that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Dude, you live in the China city. Why do
But
you
I'm afraid your
sound
Anglers Association
Irish?
might be in for a disappointment.
Disappointment.
Huh?
This is my new favorite character.
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though.
Dude, if
so
this guy's from,
why
like,
don't I come back
Sumeru and they all sound like this, and it's like...
Sure thing. See you.
An Irish city, I'm gonna
Everywhere
die.
they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come
His
on,
accent's not
let's keep
very
asking
good
around.
either. Uncle Son, the Irish fisherman.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
I am Irish, Polish, and Italian.
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
I'm allowed to make
Please,
jokes.
don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey. We've heard about a certain Jur-E who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Is she shady?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien,
I'd like to point out
who
that the
gave him
fish
some
that
food.
have been,
but
like,
still to this
here
day,
are the
he
same
doesn't have a
fish
lot
since
of
the
mora
beginning
to
of
his
the game.
name. I mean,
probably
he can
so
afford
old
to
and
eat
moldy.
and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So, I wouldn't be surprised to find out he's been selling a few fish. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him I said that.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him, that's all.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Not a problem. And just for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Doesn't have a lot of more.
That was like the funniest part, and it was barely
Okay,
even like Paimon's thing. It was
going.
the traveler's face. By the way, guys, Honkai had a big update, like for their like operating system in 5. Or he's gonna have one in 5.8. So not only is like the story gonna be like way easier and more accessible and stuff, but if you start the game during next update, you'll get Hersher the Void, which is the unknown goddess from the beginning of Genshin, wink wink nudge nudge, for free just after logging in for 7 days, so you know that's really cool. I wish it was that easy when I got her, because I actually pulled for her.
Hey, it's you guys!
When she first came out like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, honored to meet you.
Why are we talking
brings
to the
you
child?
me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
No.
But of course.
You poor
We also
child.
heard that
She is
Master
like
Dugu
lying
is a
through her
kind
teeth
and
to you.
virtuous swordsman who never
Oh,
turns
she has
away
hearts on her
anyone who
cuff,
comes with
too.
questions.
She has one on the back of her shirt, like, please.
So what do you wish to know?
But I just noticed she has one on her, like, cuff, too. That's really cool.
About.
Now she's lying to a kid.
I know, right? No problem either. But let's be real, we've all lied to kids. I mean, we lied that Santa Claus is real. I guess it's a white lie.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of Jur-E?
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of Jur-E. For example, I can't remember. Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about sword-fighting heroes.
Nick Avocado.
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember roughly when the grown-ups started talking about Jur-E?
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. Before that,
Why?
People always used to talk about Jur-E in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him. Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
But why didn't they like him before?
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about Jur-E stories in the street. They seem like nice people.
Oh,
okay.
Definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I guess I can share some of my
I think
candies
Yelan's
with them
getting the
too.
job, guys.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well, Master Dugu.
Until we meet again.
Alright, that was really cute.
Any of that
I like
sound
that
strange
interaction.
to you?
Yeah, I heard.
Strange? What was strange about it? Jur-E seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gas
Only
spoke highly
because
him,
of a couple
and
months
Dugu
ago, everyone
sure
changed
seems
their
to like him
tone.
too.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from? It almost seems too good to be true.
Sudden? Too good to be true? What do you mean?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. That's a little over the top, if you ask me. Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. That's the reaction I would expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor. None of these are recent events. So why are these stories only going around now?
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign. Right. And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu at Xixing. That's the worst case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious. What should we do?
Well, just give Yelan the job then. Who cares?
Even if we asked Jur-E about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, Their
It'd be so much
manifesto tells us
easier,
their
and the quest
stance
would be
on
over.
key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Jur-E must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, we should be able to find some hints in Jur-E's manifesto on who we're dealing with. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea House.
Okay. Feels like forever since I've been down the docks, too. I'm just like never in leeway anymore. Except for the chasm. It just kind of feels sad, you know? Because I still go to Mondstadt because it's convenient, like everything's like right there.
Jur-E's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together.
Okay.
Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
We better hurry!
Okay.
Whatever else Uncle Tien might think of Jur-E, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look
Are those
carefully
things on her
and
back kind
think
of
critically.
floating? I feel like that whole thing on her back is like one big piece like flat on the clothing, and then they made those wings come out to make it look like it wasn't just one big flat thing. And it kind of looks a little clunky. I don't know. Unless they are supposed to be like angel wings, then that'd be kind of cute, I guess, but I focus on the weirdest things.
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
See? Not reading. Not reading. Not reading. Rock. Skip. Roads. Pass.
Oh, this reading is giving Paimon a headache. Let's take a break.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
You're cocky, aren't you?
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers, Shenhua! If you're back, that
She
means,
calls everyone little
that
helper, huh?
means you finished investigating Tianwei, right?
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't drag this out. Just tell us your findings.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Tianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Tianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Wait, what?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
I don't understand the question.
In theory, that should be very
what
difficult.
Era
But
in
here's the thing.
Genshin would
I
symbolize
asked around and found out that
Jamaica?
almost all of Tianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem
Area?
interested in protecting it at all. Tianwei
I
often
don't really
sees
know.
business opportunities that others don't.
I think
but
the
once he's made
closest
enough
would
more
probably
off it, it's
be
like he
the
gets sick
Fire
of it,
Nation.
releases all of his trade secrets.
But I think that's just supposed to be like Africa, isn't it? Chesnaya is Russia. We know Sumeru is like the deserts, Egypt, and something else. There's like another one. What was not Sumeru, what's the other one? What's the water nation called again? I know it. It's like Fontaine. Fontaine, that's what it's called. I think Fontaine is supposed to be like France. Like very elegant kind of style. But it's supposed to be like very like fantasy-esque. Like elven too, so I don't know. So I think, like I said, the closest would probably be the Pyro. I know I've said this a couple times, but I really hope we get to explore the Dark Ocean too. Like, I hope that it's not just Teyvat, and then we go to the other side of the world, which I'm assuming is going to be where Conria is. Which I definitely support Ashikai's theory, guys. By the way, I haven't watched that video. Go watch it. It's awesome. And where I feel like Conria is on the top of the world, and Teyvat is on the underside of the world. For reasons. And I think it would be more obvious that, like, because, like, the ley lines look like they look and, like, feel like roots, not branches to me, so that's kind of why I feel like we're on the underside of the world.
It's like he wants people to know that
maybe
they
if we go
still
to, like,
can't
the other
beat
side of
him,
the world and
even
see,
if
like,
he shares
Conria,
all of his secrets.
and, like,
the
go
fact that
above
someone
ground,
like
we'll
that
see,
can
like, the
still
tree.
make Mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
Because if you guys don't know, Teyvat, like, the world of Teyvat itself is supposed to be, like, the world tree.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make Mora, but instead...
to validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand experimentation.
I'm back! Huh? How come you're here?
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills, and am always
shut up. I don't even care about you two.
Whatever.
You're, like, so
I'm
unimportant.
Not Lady Yelan.
Stop
I have
talking.
finished
Stop
investigating
fighting.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbois struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive.
Though? He's signing up
he
for a
always
leadership
considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Mingbois at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Mingbois is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the Ministry often gets Mingbois to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. People feel much more confident in something if it has his stamp of approval.
Okay.
Oh, and also,
so he's
there
smart,
was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbois gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper.
Whoa, that's hard to imagine.
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
Ah, so that's what you meant by that. I'm starting to get it now.
Thank you both. You're free to go now.
I think Genshin is probably one of my favorite games just because of the lore. There's so much lore put into this game that it just, like, makes me want to keep playing, keep learning, keep reading. Like, reading those freaking books that are just collectible around the world gives you so much background information on the world itself, and you're just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
So, have you finished reading the manifesto?
Sure. I totally read that. Oh, secret
I
side.
can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries.
Other side.
The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Cheongshu Pool redevelopment plan.
Trying to fix my mic. Okay.
Cheongshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Cheongshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
Did he find it or something? Is that why he's so rich now?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend. Zhi-Yi's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. It seems out of step with the rest of his plans. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions.
I feel like if the Fatui did want it, they'd already have it, though.
Did you find anything?
Because the explosive stuff would probably be advanced enough by now, so they would just have to, like, bring it.
Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto?
The Blackcliff Forge.
Oh, yeah! Zhi-Yi said the Blackcliff Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So Zhi-Yi wants the Blackcliff Forge to excavate the treasure of Cheongshu Pool.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Zhi-Yi's secret supporter?
No, not likely. I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They aren't involved with any powerful factions at present. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge, we should see where they lead.
Okay.
Shenwei and Mingbo both turned out to be completely different than what we thought. What about Zhi-Yi? Is there another side?
Yes, obviously. That's where we're going with this. Yeah, we're just gonna go to the J Chamber and, like, plummet down. That seems easier than walking. Why would you walk? You can just fall from... How did I get wet? What? Oh, is it raining? Okay.
Let's take shelter
like,
for the
what?
time being.
This is the Blackcliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Alright, first one was the right one, I guess. Or not.
What's this? A diary?
From the back, it looks like a ledger. But it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think?
You think they're suspicious?
Don't be suspicious.
Yes.
Don't be suspicious.
Look, it says right there, at this rate, by the time the Cheongshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground.
Why does both sides of her dice have...
Imagine if we didn't suspect anything.
Oh, that's a 2.
By the time
okay.
Zhi-Yi recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project,
have a 3 on
at most we would maybe do a
dice?
fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Are we gonna beat him up? Can we beat him up? No, just talk. Makes sense. There's a guard right there.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night, but they never let us join them. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant.
Yeah, that's not very
rained
far.
After work today, so hey, you're only young once, right?
Interesting.
There's no houses around here either,
Let's go
so
talk
it would
somewhere
definitely
else.
be easier to go to the city.
Looks
Like,
like
where
our
do you
hunch was
people
on the
live?
Nora. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try.
Okay.
They went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up!
Gotta fly. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Not really.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
Okay. Kinda still looked like they were going to Liyue Harbor to me. Oh, they went over here.
The footprints
Hi,
stop here.
welcome back. We're doing Yelan story quest.
But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination
New
was that
5-star
abandoned
lady,
house.
if you don't know. She is a hydro bow user, and I kind of want her, but we're pulling for Zhao, so. We get a snoop in this person's house. Okay. Person's house is obviously like an abandoned house, but whatever. Dude, how do we get in? Is there a way? I think Ayato's too tall, so official. Thank you. Did I miss something? Oh, outside. Okay. Did they bury it or something?
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible.
Yelan, just be the new
I've
head.
checked.
I
All
do
the
not
papers
care.
been
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've gotta go back there sooner or later.
Do they, though?
We can't count on that. Clearly
And
they were based
are we,
here
like,
at one
running out of
point,
time?
but it's mysteriously abandoned now. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this
Do they
is where
even
our
know we're,
trail
like,
ends cold.
investigating
Make no
them, though?
mistake. The purpose of our trip wasn't to
Didn't we
find
do
any
all this,
solid
like,
evidence.
within the span of a day?
We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in.
Okay.
Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
Really?
That weird
can't smell
character that you
anything.
got
Do you
in
smell
the library, I'm assuming, is weird. Do you mean Lisa? I smell a gentle fragrance.
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see. Some wealthy
Dragonspine?
people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind.
Oh, Shiznaya, the Fatui.
Exactly. The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with.
So
But
the
it's all I
Fatui
need.
one influence?
Now
This
I
dude
know
works
who
for the
we're dealing
Fatui?
I
The
can plan our
Mafia?
next move.
Really?
Lady Yelan!
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Are you crying?
Who are you?
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into
Your
Zhi-Yi's
third
regular
ninja.
contacts.
They use Listen Ninja.
Since Zhi-Yi likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Blackcliff Forge when he got back.
I actually did check my mail and got it, but I was like,
it means
not gonna read it. I don't think I've ever read a birthday message from someone.
So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Zhi-Yi before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out.
Oh my
When
gosh.
I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Blackcliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
This dude fell off
Well,
a boat.
Uncle Tian said that Zhi-Yi once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me. No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you,
Dude,
I
is
spoke
the
to every single
benefactor
fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
The old...
Interesting. Then I wonder
The
how
old
that
dude?
even more
I'm so
wonderful
confused.
fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on
Just
some
the old
solid
dude lying
evidence.
to us? I'm so
Well,
confused.
any suggestions?
Send someone to tail them?
Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Zhi-Yi, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Oh, like, mess something up so he has to go talk to the benefactor.
When
Gotcha,
you've worked in
gotcha.
intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yohai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
Wait, so we're giving him... I mean, I'm assuming she's gonna, like, revoke it, but, like, we're giving him the position to tail him? Okay. Ayato! Ayato's, like, sleeves are kind of awkward when he runs. They kind of look like saws or something, like, slicing the air behind him. At least from the back. Plus they clip a lot when they fight. But then again, so does like most of the characters' hair, so... Wait, where are we going? Nine and 10 the next day. 9:30 is fine. So, I don't know how many of you guys are in the chat right now, but, what do you guys want to do after Genshin? Because I kind of want to stream another game, so. Free-to-play account Genshin start, or you could do, World Next Order again. We haven't done that in a while. We could do God Eater. I mean, I guess if we really wanted to, we could do Persona, but that would be like a really long stream, and I don't know if I have the energy to do another like 3-hour stream after this one, so.
It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
Maybe we'll just
All
get
of us
on
here
like
know the score. Don't beat around the
God
bush. Just
Eater,
get on with
because it's
it.
like the code vein that not rip off.
Qianwei, has many
successor or whatever.
pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy
mess with the character
exchanges
creator.
with other people.
I kind of want to do that.
Mingguo is reliable, but not quite
like
ambitious
I said, I
enough.
want to make a new
and because
like
of his
mascot or something for the
personality,
channel
he struggles
profile
to win
picture.
people over. In contrast, Zhi is evenly balanced across the board and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Zhi to the Liyue Qixing.
What? Oh.
Yeah, you're kind of a dick, dude.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced.
No, you're not.
In my estimation,
you're
all
like
three
so
of us
shady.
are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position.
I knew I wasn't gonna
As your
like you because the
competitor,
freaking
I've become
man
keenly aware
ponytail
of
and the
your great
freaking
talents.
hipster hat.
Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi, you'll have some preparation to do.
Punch him in the face.
It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment.
Okay, I kind of like the mean dude now because I kind of want him to punch the other guy in the face.
I will live up to the Tianshu name.
Abby
On
is
this,
rubbing off
you
on
have
me
my
way too
word.
much.
I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Zhi seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Punch them both in the
Follow
face and just leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye, ninja.
We finally got rid of them.
Lady Yelan, Zhi has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Zhi really sided with the Fatui?
I guess.
But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Because he is shady
Difficult to say,
dude.
but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
This is like not how you don't be suspicious. Dude is very suspicious. Suspicious.
I'm sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Zhi didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
No,
Yeah,
Liu Pei
super
says he's
sus.
much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's
Don't
just how
be
he's wired.
suspicious. Don't be
Perceptive enough to
suspicious.
sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Because he Fatui.
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too.
Xinyue Kiosk. He only went in briefly. Liu Pei and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Liu Pei had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover. I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then, but without any evidence, that would have been meaningless. So I stopped Liu Pei, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Xinyue Kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. Let's go to Xinyue Kiosk.
Okay. Just cut the door down. I had to have so much fun. It just like makes me want to play him all the time, but like I don't think he'll ever be like built good enough without his weapon, and that just kind of sucks. Maybe if I had like another 5-star sword.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange?
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy?
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware.
That sounds horrible,
I see.
Thomas.
Let's go.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques.
Dude, you know what? All this suspicious and sus talk kind of makes me want to play Among Us. I know that the game is like not even like popular anymore, but just do a stream where we play with as many people as we can. Why? Why? I don't want to talk to you! No. Shut up! I don't care.
Hey, Miss Lin Long. Sorry to bother you. Zhi ordered a wanware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
Sure. Which model are you looking for?
I don't really love her voice.
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Zhi's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
Zhi picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Zhi has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage the price to go up a little.
Don't worry, price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Zhi's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Zhi bought 2.
Okay. Thanks, Lin Long. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. Alright, see you next time.
She is never going back to buy that.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being...
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading,
Can I
okay?
just hit all
I don't
3
have
of
the
these
physical
idiots?
agility. What's your...
Yelan, so has the plan failed?
Just walk up to him, smack. Look at the other one, smack. Look at the last one, he tries to run, smack.
But why was he buying liquor at Shinue Kiosk anyway? To celebrate?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, Zhi
Dude, you
isn't
see
much of a
that lady's
drinker. On some
legs
level,
glitch?
he hates alcohol because of what it did to his father. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses.
Yeah,
No,
obviously.
This is a victory feast, held in honor of Zhi's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status, hence the need for expensive-looking wineware. Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Dude, is it
Fatui
Child?
officials.
Is it Child? Are we gonna run
Should
into
be
Child?
either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move?
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Jury may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jury bought that liquor for and follow them instead!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
Yeah, with
I'm
the
well aware,
Fatui.
but don't you see? Jury is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases
Please be,
too.
child.
Anywhere else.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan.
I know
Jury
that's
may be
not
a
like
slippery
his,
character, but we'll
he's
keep a
not really
close
in
watch on the
Liyue
movements
anymore.
of all
He's trying
Fatui
to
officials.
catch Scaramouche,
I'll be waiting
so
for
it
you at
would
the
make
tea
sense
house.
that it's child.
If I'm guessing correctly,
If anything, it would make
Fatui
more sense if
officials
it
are
was
likely to take
Senora,
action
but
at
she's
night.
dead, so...
You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yenshang Tea House.
It'd be hilarious if it was like, Dottore. But watch, it's just gonna be some ordinary Fatui dude.
Perfect timing.
Like the guy in the black
Yuan
hood.
just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jury mentioned in his manifesto!
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling
Kinda
with
obvious,
monsters.
too.
Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them!
Let's go. If my hunch is correct,
Are we gonna
we
be
just
able to
might
beat
hit
him
the
up with
jackpot
Yelan?
this time.
Oh, okay. Let's go. It's such a big area. Watch them be like all the way at the top of it or all the way at the bottom too. I remember these ruins. Those are the ones where you had to do like the geo symbols and match them with the towers. That felt like so long ago.
This is Qingshu Pool.
Granted,
full
it was
of
like
ruins,
a year
crawling
ago.
with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me.
Ugh. Okay. Plummet!
There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't
Not
guarantee
really.
we'll be safe once we're underground.
There's like two paths.
The workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a
okay.
much easier journey.
It's a domain.
Still,
Okay, that
be
makes
ready
more
to
sense.
fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yelan, where are your three little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
Okay. I'm assuming it's gonna let us use Yelan. So I kinda wanna bring my Hu Tao team. Because I wanna see how good Yelan is with Hu Tao. Wait, what do you mean? Hu Tao.
Good eye.
Thank you. And I would usually bring Xingqiu, but I mean, maybe Raiden.
Stay close and you will live.
I really hope it does have, like, give us Yelan to use, because otherwise, like, gonna have to leave. Oh, yay, cool. Hi, how are you guys? That's good. I'm gonna tie you up.
Gotcha.
Now explode, please. Thank you. Oh. Here we go. I gotta say, she's a lot of fun to use, but her setup feels a lot like Yaimiko, and where it's just like a lot.
Illusion shattered.
But I also like using Yai, so I care about
This is order.
So.
Gotcha. As I expected. But this shouldn't be too much trouble.
So smooth. Is there a chest? I feel like there's a chest up here. There has to be a chest up here. Why would they put this here unless you could get up? Okay. If there's not a chest up here, I'm gonna be severely disappointed. Dude, that's so rude. That would have been such a good place for one. Like, that was such a good place for a chest and they didn't do it. That's super disappointing. What's up, dude?
I see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door.
At least he's just not an ordinary.
Must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry.
Okay. We're gonna have to do a puzzle, right? Or not? Why is that there? That's obviously a puzzle. Okay. This. Do we have to bring... Oh, okay. That's new. Kinda like the stars, but it's the flames. Yelan, please. Pop this. Pop this.
Stand back.
Pop this. Oh, wow, that was a really close up. Oh, that damage! Oh my god! I like two-shot both of them, and one of them was halfway underground. Yeah, I kind of went Yelan for the Hu Tao team, but I'm not gonna do it because Xiao Constellation. Maybe if we get really lucky with the Xiao Constellations, we'll do what we did with Shenhe and do like a little bit extra to get Yelan.
Hey, look! Is that another way through?
Although I definitely like this puzzle. It's definitely like more... What do we have to do with... Do we push these or something? Like into the right spots? That's what it looks like. The puzzles have been getting better lately, and I feel like it's just trying to like prep us for Sumeru. And I'm like super excited. Alright, let's go. And there's 2 more lanterns. I don't see the first light, so I guess we're going to find both of them.
Illusion shattered.
Solidified.
Now you shall perish.
Probably should have saved that, because that's like really OP, but kind of want to use Hu Tao for the bosses. Because that way I can use Yelan. That was weird. Let me through. Let me through. First flame. I don't know if we can
take it easy.
Pick up both of them, so I'm gonna run this one back. No! Alright, it was fine. It was fine. For a second there, I thought it was going to make us go all the way to the waterfall and all the way back up. Yay, treasure chest! Man, it sucked though. Do we have to move this one or something? Tie him up. Tie him up.
Busted. Quietly now.
Drop order meteor.
I'm
Pop
going
a Benny.
Here comes the catch.
And
Inazuma shines eternal.
You might actually be a really good support for Raiden too, because I used to use Xingqiu on my Raiden. I still use Xingqiu on my Raiden team, but do I have to move this one first so I can move this one? Treasure chest, gotta grab that first. And it was the worst treasure chest I've ever seen in my life. Like, that sucked. There was one book in it, and it was the lowest tier. Let me out. Oh, just move this one then. Okay. That was really obvious and it took me a second. Alright. I'm kind of loving this puzzle. It's like so in depth. Do we have to get the orange ones in the orange spots? That's gonna be interesting. Okay.
The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay. Now we should be able to move the statues.
Yeah, that's what we have to do. Good to know. Push. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay, okay. We gotta put that one back. So we're gonna have to push this one, and then put that one there. We're gonna have to push this one over. We're gonna have to push this one over. And we're gonna have to move them all over, man. Okay, that's as far as that one goes. That one can stay there. So we have to move one of these like way over, I think. To like there. So interesting. Yeah, okay, so now it should work. That was actually pretty easy. But I still liked it. It was something new. We don't usually get new kind of puzzles.
The door is open. Let's go.
Oh. I thought it was gonna be like the actual like other door that he went through.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Can you tie up? You can't tie up a big guy.
Busted.
Bro, should have brought the shield on.
Stabilize.
Then
Shine
Raiden.
down. Teamwork is trick.
Yelan.
Gotcha.
Please be enough. Yeah.
Things are about to get dicey.
I will have order. He might die before I even get Hu Tao out. She's kind of amazing with Hu Tao. Hiding behind the crates.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
He's like checking if it's poisoned. Did he poison it?
Oh, sorry, that went down the wrong way.
For a second there, I
I've
thought he
never
really
drunk
did
anything this
poison it,
strong
but that would make sense because he brought
It'll
it.
take me some getting used to.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll
Definitely
do my best.
like
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup. Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
You poisoned your mentor?
It has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your hard work. But, I have to say, you really
This
are
guy,
quite
I
a
hate
genius
him.
at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison, and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup. What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result. How did you think of that?
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tien Shu. Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as we instruct. Aside from Qingshu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tien hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all Jurye's doing.
Yeah, dude's a dick.
What a nasty guy. Seize him!
Seize him.
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
You take pictures of, drinking with the Fatui, yeah.
Excellent liquor. We've, seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. It's been a real headache for me.
You've had
Soon,
problems on the
everything will be
diplomatic
taken
front
care of,
because
and
you
I can
guys had
report back on a
child
successful
almost
mission.
annihilate the
Thank
city.
you, Juryi. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right
The
away
Fatui
that you would
almost
make a
committed
good
mass
partner for
genocide
us.
on the city.
Hey,
and they're still
do you
allowed
still
to be
remember
in it.
what
Like,
I said
really?
to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment.
Unfortunately, you
think you were
probably
absolutely
would have
right.
got it if you didn't do all the shady stuff too.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time. Just look at your two competitors. Chen Wei had wealth. Ming Boa had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's why I decided to help you.
Did he
there's
poison
an old
himself?
saying in the Fatui.
Did he
Give a
poison
starving
himself
dog
and
a
this
bone,
dude? Because he
and it'll
seems
guard
like
your home for the rest of its
he's
life.
gonna kill himself with this
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
dude. He seems kind of up.
The best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want.
I definitely feel
How
like he
about
poisoned this dude.
Uncle
And
Gao
because he
said that
drank it
Jur-E
too.
has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time, so the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera?
Plenty.
Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill.
You don't
Make sure to get me home safely afterward.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like
He
it, I
sounds
can
so
bring you some
hateful.
more
He's
next
definitely
time.
poisoning him.
Whoa, this is the good stuff. It is great. Huh? What?
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Jur-E, you poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are.
Assassins,
Do you understand?
That's a real thing.
If I disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you. They'll get to the bottom of this. Mark my words.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay,
being
they'll ignite the
savage.
explosives. The ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
Yeah, he don't got any eyebrows, but he's also about to die, so you know.
I took the liberty
that's
of leaving
okay.
some evidence
He'll
of your
have
contact
really no
with the
eyebrows
undercover
after the fire
agents at the
hits him.
Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself. The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But things didn't quite go to plan.
Kind of.
Mistakes were made that led to the
if you missed
accidental
it,
deaths
this
of
dude
the
like
entire
poisoned
crew.
him, and is now
Faced with
gonna
the
like blow the
overwhelming
place up.
evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you. It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course,
Oh,
none
hi
of that
Eric.
will have anything to do with me.
My favorite
When all of
character
this comes
is
to my
Xiao,
attention,
and my second favorite
I'm afraid
character
I'll have
is
no
Shinha,
choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool
and
redevelopment
probably
plan
Raiden after
immediately.
that.
I guess then.
What about
I'll
you?
be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
Jur-E, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here tonight. After
I would like to
die,
point out this quest went from like 0 to 1,000
and they'll
super
get to the
fast.
bottom of this.
It went from just him
record?
like being under the
Oh,
Fatui's thumb,
you must
doing their
mean the one
bidding,
in the
to
hands of
him
your second
poisoning
in
them is now
command,
gonna blow him
Theophon.
up, and
How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophon to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today.
Theophon?
He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
That traitor! Jur-E,
I don't stream the Forest, but that's mainly because I beat it so many times.
It's over.
We could do a forest
tonight,
stream in the future if you
everyone
guys
gets what
want
they
that.
want.
It's a horror game
And
if you guys
anyone
don't know.
else in the know is either my accomplice.
But
or
I'll
about to
definitely be
taken
streaming
out of the
Sons of the
picture.
Forest when it comes out in a couple
Sweet
months.
dreams, Mr. Yusupov.
Yeah, from boring to birds. Dude, they're walking in unison. I hate it. People in real life don't do that. Snap, snap. You're set up. You going down for murder.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We were here the whole time.
Yeah,
Have
pretty
pictures
much.
of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan.
Yeah, I really like Yelan, but unfortunately she came out with a Zhao banner, so going for Zhao constellations. I would like to get him to C1 or C2. I'm already having C1. But my like grand goal is C3 Zhao.
I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the
And
pretext
as you
of joining
said, like
forces
Ayaka,
and eventually brought them down from
I
within.
used her on my Shenhua
If
team.
it pleases
so.
you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
Dude, we've been here for a while. We've taken pictures.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes
Please up
crashing
there on my
down.
favorite characters too. She's
I
adorable.
should have been more careful.
Are you guys excited for the Kazuha and Mona banners coming out?
You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
Your point being?
Dude, like Thomas said, this quest was so boring
When
at
I
the beginning,
take
but
office,
now I'm just like,
I can guarantee that I will act
it
in your
had
best
poison,
interests.
it had murder,
In fact,
it had
all of you
investigation.
here
It was
tonight
so
can
good.
expect very generous treatment in the future. I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
Alright, sounds good.
You
I
still
will
don't
definitely.
get it, do you? Even now. What do you think?
What will Uncle Tien think? Uncle Tien has always trusted you.
Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself.
Actually, Barbara is probably the second best healer in the game. If you have her on the Inazuma healer artifact set, the Kokomi one, then she's just like great. And I mean because, yeah, Bennett's probably the best, then Barbara, and I'm saying that because Barbara is like off-field healing and Kokomine is on-field healing. And Jean's also pretty good, but Barbara is the easiest to C6, and when you get her C6, she also revives your whole party, so it's just like, she's pretty good.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on you?
But if you're lucky enough to get Bennett, Bennett should be your go-to healer.
He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
True.
That's enough.
Dude's a scumbag.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all.
And you probably would have got it anyway because the other two candidates really weren't fit. You were actually a really good candidate, but then you were in with the Fatui, so you lost it all. Like,
out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
Fish soup.
That's enough. That's enough.
Life is like fishing.
Oh, we got a
Cannot be
cutscene.
rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out.
Yeah, Bennett's really good. Not only is he a healer, you know, he buffs your attack.
You're
so
still young. Be patient. Believe in
next
yourself.
time there's a ley line
Don't look
overflow,
outside
definitely something you
yourself
should
to
grind.
prove your value.
I get it though. There's a lot of characters.
Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
He was right there too.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Is she gonna hand him the wine?
Huh?
Did she hand him the wine?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me.
Oh, for a
Let's meet
second
at
there, I was
Genshin
like,
Tea
I
House
thought she
tomorrow
was
morning.
like pushing like the wine glass towards him, like, here's suicide.
I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals.
Okay, be careful.
Don't worry. As long as they're willing to
Dude,
cooperate,
Yelan was so cool in that
this'll be a
moment.
straightforward
That
deal.
cutscene, like, was so good.
Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
It definitely showed off how, like, kind of... That was a really cool domain. I remember Paimon. Yeah. As much as I love Paimon's voice actor, I'm not the biggest fan of Paimon. She's not the worst. I think the cat from Persona is the worst, but still. Alright. I'm switching back to Ayato team now.
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
And yes, I know a lot of you are like, but Rain's better. Yes, she is. But Fischl is skills off like attack speed with her C6. So the fact that Ayato just consta hits, Fischl's just so good for that. I'm gonna go back to Leeway and then we'll do the time skip thing. How many characters do I currently have? Most of them. I think I have every single 4-star. But I can look. I have Ayato, Fischl, Bennett, Zhongli, Albedo, Zhao, Jean, Shinhe, Raiden, Hu Tao, Klee. Those are my 90s. And then Toma, Goro, Venti, Ganyu, Ayaka. Wait, why isn't Ayaka with my other 90s? And why isn't Ye? Whatever, we have Miko, Razor, Xingqiu, Chi-Chi, Mona, Child, Diluc, Ningguang, Xingqiu, Barbara, Shangling, The Traveler, Fiona, Aloy, Sucrose, Noelle, Xinyan, Amber, Kuching, Yunjin, Sayu, Rosaria, Kaya, Kujo, Beto, Lisa, Yanbei. And I guess I could have just gone to the character archives and just shown, yeah. It'd have been easier to say the characters I don't have, which is Yelan, Ito, Kokomin, Yomiya, Eula, and Kazuha. My main character is, I have two because of Abyss. Zhao's my main, and Raiden is my other team's main. If I go to party setups, they're my first two teams. This is my Zhao team. It's Zhao, Albedo, Bennett, and Zhongli, and then this is my Raiden team. Right now we're building Ayato, so I'm like using him. Okay, wait until the following morning. Dude, that was a mouthful. Saying all the characters' names, like that was actually kind of challenging.
There is now no poison left in his system. But recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
I stream Genshin, and I stream World Next Order. I stream Honkai sometimes. I usually just make videos on Honkai. There's more, I promise. Guys, what else do I play? I'm kind of having a brain fart. I stream Kingdom Hearts, but there's nothing really new in Kingdom Hearts, so I'm just trying to beat the boss battles I've never beat on stream sometimes. And then giving up because they are insane. I've made plans to do Tiny Tina versus Dragon's Keep. I think that's gonna be this week. The first time we played that, completely blind, and we streamed Persona.
Dr. Baiju, is my father
the
going to
games that we actively play on the channel, though, like the majority of the time, is Persona, Genshin, and Honkai.
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more
Thanks for stopping by.
serious.
How did
I get it. It's almost one.
Secure such a seldom seen poison. It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful.
Dude, I want Baizu to be playable. I probably won't pull for him because I don't think I'll enjoy playing him, but unless his like moves are crazy, you know.
Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Because he's probably going to be a Dendro Catalyst, and I feel like Lesser Lord Kuznale, the Goddess of Wisdom, is probably going to be the exact same thing, so...
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering.
I can't really think of anything else she would be.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much.
Because she's the Goddess of Wisdom, so...
Ah, and you're here too? Thank you.
Are you feeling any better?
Oh, yes. The exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate.
Luckily, it
you
looks
guys have
like
been
choosing
great.
the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing
Yelan!
issue after all.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position, but Qianwei and Mingguo both have potential.
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily.
Yep.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tien not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tien. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Jur-E. Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the
I still
candidates.
can't get over
Isn't
his
that
name.
right, Uncle
It's
Tien?
Jury. Just Jury.
Yes, to be quite honest. When
Just
I
spelled weird.
first met Jury, I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things.
I have to
Ganyu's
admit,
like immortal.
he's a smart guy and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Jur-E was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Xinyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor. Afterwards, he also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Jur-E would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
But that's still really dangerous.
True.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
He had ambition, man. Dude, why didn't he get a vision? I thought the only requirement for getting a vision was like having really strong ambitions.
Well, I mean, he's sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price.
It doesn't usually go to criminals, so... I mean, yeah, Child has one, but... I think he got his before he joined the Fatui, so...
Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal?
And Signora got hers before
to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Kinda... Actually, I don't think she actually had a vision.
Yes, Jur-E's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have
I can't
handed
remember
the
if
case
she
off to
had
my
a
subordinates
pyrovision
as soon as I realized.
Originally, before she went off to study in Sumeru, or she just literally turned her body into liquid flames.
But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot
It's been
more
a long
interesting.
time since I read the
I thought I
story
might
of the
have the
Crimson
chance
Witch,
to catch
so-
a big fish.
Well, did you?
I don't know. If you guys know that, please tell me.
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Like, I can't remember if she just... If she had a pyrovision first and used it to become the Crimson Witch, or...
Paimon doesn't understand.
She just used the stuff she learned in Sumeru to do it.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process.
Yeah, we
With
knew that.
Yusupov in our hands, and a statement from Jur-E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive.
Okay.
Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui.
I
Pawns
just
like
got a
this can be
notification
major
that someone
assets.
subscribed.
They
Whoever
open
it
up all
was,
sorts
thank
of
you
new
so much. I
options.
appreciate. Great.
Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So,
I don't know, because you wanted to
okay,
position
well,
yourself.
Did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
Okay.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
Oh. Whoa. I think I accidentally muted it.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved.
Really? Seriously? Oh, who is that? Who is that? I know this one. It's not the first, and it's not the second. Is it number 4? Isn't that number 4, the Fatui?
The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrader was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my
Guys,
next
that's
mission.
like huge. Maybe we'll get him soon.
I have to ask, Yelan. Do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House.
Maybe
In my
he'll be the Fatui we
you are
meet in
more
Sumeru. I mean, it'd be weird if it wasn't Dottore, but honestly, it's literally the City of Wisdom. I feel like having 2 Fatui there would be extra cool.
Oh,
Just
that.
like new
I was
Fatui.
obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger
kinda
and
figured
there's
as much.
excitement.
Like, her whole thing is that she's been everywhere, even the Abyss.
Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As
I just thought it would
Tianshu,
be really
I
cool if
wouldn't
she
have
was,
the chance to get
'cause
involved
then,
in
like,
anything
all the main
truly
positions in
clandestine
Liyue
or face
would
any real
be
danger.
Playable characters.
All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days, and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out.
Of course it is.
But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long. Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one.
I don't care. I don't think the Saritz is evil. She's literally the goddess of love. I definitely think that she is going to be doing all this to save the world. Because let's be real, Teyvat's fallen apart. The order that the old gods set up is not working. So I think it's really cool that we're getting to see more of the Fatui and their stuff. Because, you know, as much as Child, I think, just liked chaos, Senora never, like, did anything super horrible except for, you know, beat up Venti. Because she had a vendetta against Venti. She blames him for the death of her lover because, you know, if he was just there, you know, and actually helped fight instead of just fighting the dragon and then being like, okay, I used my power and go to bed.
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today.
Okay, Ayato. Probably shouldn't switch to official. She'll talk more. So strongly. Alright, Bennett, you're up. You'll say ow or something. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, as always. Thanks for the new subscriber. I appreciate if it was you. Thank you. It was probably either Streamer Boy or Eric, because I haven't seen you guys much. But thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate Thomas, as always. It's great to see ya. Brandon, you were here earlier in the stream. If you ever see this, you know, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate, as always, my Black Soul, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.